Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your always great support. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto is now being misled. Why am I saying that? What is this circumstance that is leading him to now deploy the Kenya Defense Forces towards this demonstration? Can you see William Ruto is making a blunder by deploying this KDF to take over handling these demonstrators? Or you people, you are not seeing something complex, that those who are advising William Ruto, they are misleading William Samoei Ruto. And my reasons are this. As I was just listening to William Ruto yesterday, he was someone alikuwa na hasira because he's not believing.
Also destruction of property and desecration of institutions and emblems of our sovereignty. Today's events mark a critical turning point on how we respond to grave threats to our national security. I assure the nation that the government has mobilized all resources at the nation's disposal to ensure that a situation of this nature will not recur again at whatever cost.
And so out of my research, I have realized that by deploying the KDF to assist police officers, remember one thing, you cannot compare KDF and police officers. KDF, they are usually disciplined than police officers. And so if they think that KDF are going to mishandle the peaceful demonstrators like the way police has already done it, then it is a grave mistake.
You know, involving the military in internal matters, if you read history, it is not a good sign also.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you,
very right.
Many countries that have invited the military into governance find it difficult to actualize the country's proper democracy, because the military will apply military democracy, their own democracy. Are you getting it?
But now, Kenyans, let us assume this. I'm seeing now Kenyans are sponsoring the hashtag Occupy State House tomorrow, Thursday. What if Kenyans will come in large numbers tomorrow, and now the KDF will take over? Will they come out to kill Kenyans who are peaceful protesting? Literally no. Remember one thing, KDF, their mission is to protect an enemy, especially external enemy. We as Kenyans, we are not enemy. The way William Ruto called us, we are criminals. Remember, we are not enemies. This is whatever might happen.
I really think, and I highly believe, the military cannot engage in killing civilians.
All right, so hold it right there. Assuming maandamano ya kesho ita go down.
Yes.
They say it's hashtag Occupy State House. And the guys come out in massive numbers, millions of Kenyans, the way I know they can.
Yes.
While Leke State House.
Yes.
What's the worst that could happen?
The military will take over.
What do you mean?
That is the biggest mistake Kina Bashir did.
And kill their own people?
No.
What does takeover mean?
They'll take over power and it becomes a military state,
okay,
my brother.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and say now, because the administration is, the country is ungovernable, the military now steps in and takes charge for a period, maybe even 2-3 years.
As you have already listened to what might happen, you know, sometimes I asked myself, is William Ruto having advisors who is advising him in a well-laid type of, let me say, they follow the constitution, and it is something with respect of knowing that William Ruto is the president, and number two, deploying the KDF is not going to change anything, because as much as the little knowledge I have, let me say that, I have involved many KDF officers. I've met several of them. These people are so disciplined, Kenyans, I'm telling you. They are so disciplined. These KDF are so disciplined. And let me tell you a secret. These people might not come out to kill Kenyans. They will not even disperse peaceful demonstrators. They will just be disciplined. And so if William Ruto is thinking like, now by deploying the KDF, is now going to bear fruit, it is not going to be so. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, Miguna is telling Kenyans that the time is now. No one should cool down. It is time to send all punitive leadership home. They must not occupy any corner of the Republic of Kenya. And so as I was just listening to Miguna, I realized something that is very important. If Kenyans are going to cool down, are we losing it because William Ruto has deployed KDF? Are we losing it because the police officers are brutal? This whatever Miguna said.
Revolutionaries, Gen Zs and millennials, remain focused. Be disciplined. Be vigilant. Be fearless. Do not take anything for granted. Do not trust any of the people that Ruto has sent to infiltrate the revolution. This revolution will be televised. You're making history. You're sending a Western puppet home. Ruto must go. Zakayo atashuka, whether he likes it or not. Reject Finance Bill 2024. We are going to have fresh elections. Kenya is going to start afresh. We are going to have a liberation. Finally, a liberated country. A pro-people country that respects its citizens and delivers services and uses public resources with integrity, where looting is punished severely. Ruto must go. Zakayo atashuka. Freedom is here. Viva.
But even despite of all the dramas you're seeing coming from Street House, led by William Samoei Ruto, I was so shocked about yesterday's speech of William Ruto. It was unpresidential. It was something that even if today I can say that person who prepared that speech must be fired. That is not a speech that a whole president should come out and read before us. A speech that does not have any basis of information. As you could see what happened yesterday, William Ruto could have not read that speech. That speech never had anything. It was empty, dubious, and was not having any information towards yesterday's demonstration. And that is why I want to say very clear, William Ruto must be very keen. All the advices he's being given, he might lose it. And it's just time, when and where. He must be very careful. He's the president and he's having those who are dubious. They don't know even to advise president. What was the need of deploying KDF? I don't see even anything for deploying the KDF. Yeah? It is just that Kenyans are requesting for listening ear. They're just requesting that, can you drop the finance bill? It is not a do and a die. Just swallow your ego. Understand the issues of the people. But literally when you look at even the way they're arguing, it is bluntly type of argument that is coming from Kenya Kwanza government. I've seen them now bragging that now we have deployed the KDF. Do whatever you can do. But let me tell you, the KDF, they're not reasoning like Kenya Kwanza. The KDF is independent. They might not be swayed. They will do exactly what they are instructed to do, to keep peace. And by keeping peace, they will not kill Kenyans. I know the KDF, they are so disciplined. You can even verify it at the comment section below, because you cannot compare KDF with police officer. No. Remember the actions and the function and the role of KDF is to deal with an enemy once and for all. And because before them, they will see just their fellow Kenyans. And especially the demonstrators are not enemy. The demonstrators are not doing something that can be described as a crime. And so I think for me, though the speech of William Ruto was not having something to that addressed the issues of the people. Secondly, William Ruto must retract the decision he made by deploying the KDF because of this maandamano. Thirdly, those who are advising William Ruto must not sit pretty, saying that now we are working. They are misleading William Ruto. And very soon, they will fall together with William Ruto. Very soon. Just a matter of time. When and where. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet in another video.